Hello, everyone. Today's story is about the power of intelligence over strength. By the end, you'll see that true power doesn't always come from physical strength. Sometimes a sharp mind is the greatest weapon of all. The clever fox and the proud lion. Once upon a time in a dense forest, there lived a clever fox. The fox was small and not very strong, but he had a sharp mind. He always found a way to escape danger and solve problems using his intelligence. In the same forest, there lived a mighty lion. The lion was strong and powerful, and all the animals feared him. He believed that strength was the most important thing in the world. He often laughed at the fox and said, "A small creature like you can never be as great as me. Strength is everything." The fox smiled and replied, "We shall see. Sometimes intelligence is more useful than strength." One day the lion wanted to prove that he was superior. He said to the fox, "Let us have a competition. Whoever brings the biggest meal today will be the winner. If I win, you must admit that strength is the greatest power." The fox agreed and said, "Very well. Let's meet here before sunset." The lion roared and ran deep into the forest. He was so strong that he quickly caught a large buffalo. The buffalo was heavy, but the lion was confident. "The fox can never beat this," he thought proudly. As the lion dragged the buffalo through the jungle, he imagined the fox's face when he saw the mighty catch. "This will prove once and for all that strength is superior to intelligence," the lion thought to himself. Meanwhile, the fox did not run or chase any animal. Instead, he walked slowly through the forest, thinking of a clever plan. He knew he could not fight a large animal, so he had to use his mind instead. Soon he saw an old elephant resting under a tree. The fox thought, "I cannot fight an elephant, but I can use my intelligence to trap him." The fox approached the elephant and bowed respectfully. "Great elephant, I bring important news. Our mighty king, the lion, has chosen you to be the new ruler of the forest. He sent me to bring you to his cave so he can honor you." The elephant raised his trunk in surprise. "Is this true? Why would the lion choose me?" The fox smiled and said, "You are wise and strong." He realizes that a good leader must have wisdom as well as strength. He wants to crown you today in front of all the animals. The elephant was pleased and said, "Very well, take me to the lion's cave." The fox led the elephant through the forest. As they walked, the fox guided him toward a deep swamp. It was an area where the ground was soft and muddy, a place where many animals had gotten stuck before. When they reached the muddy area, the fox said, "Please step forward, noble elephant. The lion is waiting just beyond these trees." The elephant, believing the fox, stepped forward, but as soon as he did, his large feet sank into the mud. He tried to move, but the more he struggled, the deeper he sank. "Help! I am stuck!" cried the elephant. The fox shook his head and said, "I am sorry, dear elephant, but this is the way of the jungle. The strong do not always win. Sometimes the clever survive." The elephant trumpeted loudly, but it was no use. He had fallen into the fox's trap. Before sunset, the lion arrived carrying the heavy buffalo. He saw the fox sitting on a rock, looking satisfied. "Where is your meal, fox?" "You didn't even go hunting," the lion roared. The fox calmly pointed to the swamp. "Do you see that elephant trapped in the mud? I have caught the largest meal in the forest without even using my claws or teeth. I win the challenge." The lion's eyes widened in shock. He realized that the fox had defeated him without using strength. For the first time, the lion understood the power of intelligence. Feeling humbled, the lion walked toward the fox and said, "I must admit, you have outsmarted me. I believed that strength was the greatest power, but you have proven that intelligence is just as important." The fox smiled and replied, "Strength has its place, but wisdom can accomplish what brute force cannot." The other animals of the forest, who had gathered to watch the competition, murmured in agreement. They had always feared the lion's strength, but now they saw that even the strongest could be outwitted by a clever mind. The lion sat quietly for a while, thinking about what had happened. For years he had ruled the forest with his strength, believing that no one could ever defeat him. But today, a small fox had done something he never expected. The lion looked at the fox with respect and said, "You have taught me a valuable lesson today. From now on, I will not rely only on my strength. I will learn to use wisdom too." The fox nodded and said, "That is the mark of a true leader, someone who is willing to learn and grow." The lion smiled and said, "Perhaps we can learn from each other. I can teach you about strength and you can teach me about intelligence." The fox agreed, and from that day on, the lion and the fox became unlikely friends. The lion no longer ruled the forest with fear, and the animals respected him even more because he had learned the value of wisdom. Wisdom and cleverness can achieve what strength alone cannot. Sometimes the mind is the greatest weapon of all. Strength without intelligence can be dangerous, but when strength and wisdom work together, they create true power. Hope you enjoyed the story and learned something new. If it helped, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next story. Thanks for watching.